Hello everyone, welcome back to the VisionGATE channel. I'm Arushi, and in the last video that we did comparing ISC Bangalore, IIT Bombay and IIT Madras, we received a lot of love and I think it was helpful to a lot of people, which was the whole point of that video. We also got a comment on that video saying that they would also like us to do this for more IITs. So today we're starting again with IIT Kanpur. We have a really special guest with us today. So we have Mr. Tanmay Dubey, who himself is a VisionGATE alum. He studied at VisionGATE. He joined us in June 2021, and he gave the GATE exam in 2023 during his final year and got a rank of 405. Post that, in the fourth round of COAP rounds, he got the admit from IIT Kanpur, where he is currently studying and has almost passed out. And we are very, very happy to announce that he is also placed in Juniper Networks. So, hi Tanmay, many, many congratulations. Would you like to
Thank
give
you,
a brief
Arushi.
introduction of yourself?
Okay, so I think you covered almost anything still. Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Tanmay Dubey, and I'm GATE 2023. I have attended for GATE 2023 and I scored 405 rank. And currently I have almost completed a master's in IIT Kanpur. So I will be graduating in 2025 and I'm placed in Juniper Networks in Bangalore.
Okay, cool. So, let's get straight into it. So,
Yes,
let's
sir.
first start a discussion with the faculty quality.
Mm.
So, how would you describe the teaching quality in your department?
See, the teaching quality is actually very nice. We have professors from which have completed their PhDs from various top institutes from over the world. And regarding the interaction between the professor and student, I think it is very good in IIT Kanpur. So basically, first of all, the courses are offered are very good, and the teaching is also very good. And suppose if you have any doubts, then you can directly contact the professor. You don't need to wait. You can directly contact them. The most tough thing is to find the professor. If you have found the professor, then you can directly contact them. You can go into his cabin and you can ask any doubt. So they will entertain you for sure. So the interaction is very good and teaching quality I think is very good here.
So, what is your pool of interest? Like, what did you work on primarily?
See, I worked on AI/ML. So my pool of interest is AI/ML. However, I secured a job in SDE. but
Okay.
but but yeah, the my 2 years was for AI/ML. I have done my thesis and as well as my much of the coursework in AI/ML.
So, do you have opinions on? So, generally, we have three different pools, right? We have the theory pool,
Mm.
the systems
Assistant.
pool, and the
Mm.
intelligent systems pool. So,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you must have friends, some of whom may have taken a few theory courses, some of whom
Mm-hmm.
have taken the systems courses, and you yourself
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the courses from the third pool. So,
Mm-hmm.
what opinions do you have regarding the three different pools in terms of course offerings or research, faculty quality?
Mm-hmm. So first of all, let me explain the structure of the courses, the pools especially. So what happens in IIT Kanpur is there are three pools, as you mentioned, the theory, the system, and the AI, the ML pool. So we have to take one course, at least one course from each pool, and we have to complete total number of 7 courses from any pool. So all the courses are electives, but we have to complete one course from each pool. So I have completed my one course from theory as well as system as well as AI/ML pool. So regarding the research you said about in theory pools and all. So frankly speaking, I don't have much knowledge about the theory pool. However, I can tell you about the system and the AI/ML pool. So in AI/ML pool, there are very interesting research going on. So the Bharat GPT and all, so which is basically many IITs combined. IIT Bombay is leading is. So there are various interesting projects going on under various professors. The professor under which I am working mainly focuses on the NLP related projects, so especially from the legal NLP side. And there are many professors, like there is a professor Nishit Srivastava. So under his also there are various projects going on which are company oriented, industry oriented. So yeah, in AI ML pool there is like very interesting research projects going on. Regarding system pool, yeah, system pool in system pool also there are various projects going on. However, compared to the AI ML pool, there is like little less scope in system pool. Yeah, but yeah, I think there are 2 to 3 professors here in CSE department who is doing great in like system pool and who is doing great research work in other system pool.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So basically, a lot of really good research is happening mostly in the AI/ML pool.
Yes, correct. It's because AI is in boom, so I think every professor, even the professor who are in system also, they are integrating the system with AI/ML. So I think now AI/ML is everywhere.
Yes, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Without a doubt. So, like you said, you also said that if you're able to find the professors, then you for sure can ask them doubts.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever experienced that? Okay, they give that responsibility of doubt solving to the TAs, or are you able to directly talk to the professor himself?
See, most of the time, it is like better to go to the TA to ask doubts. However, if you are unable to find, see, basically here we are in if you are in CSE department, so the professor cabin is not far from you, so you can directly go to the professor's cabin and you can ask out. We prefer this way. However, you can mail the TAs, you can mail the professors. So yes, definitely you can contact the professor also, so the TA also. But however, we prefer to go directly to the professor because they like show much interest in whenever students come and ask doubts and they explain properly.
Okay.
Mm.
So, in the systems pool, particularly, and the intelligence systems pool, the way that the courses are designed, are they more
Mm.
theoretical or are they more practical?
See, I would say 50-50. 50% is theoretical perspective and 50% is practical perspective. So, in system subjects, there are assignments as well as project. So, yeah, there is much practical work. So, I'll say 50-50.
And in intelligent systems, is the theoretical part more mathematically aligned, or is it like a lot of proofs and derivations uh, in addition to uh, projects or assignments? Or how is
Mhm.
it like for the intelligent systems pool?
See, for the intelligence system pool also, it's like a combination of practical and theoretical work. However, I'll say that in intelligence system, theoretical perspective is more as compared to the practical perspective.
I'm sorry, theoretical aspect is more
Theoretical aspect is more as compared to the this
practical
practical
aspect.
aspect. Mm,
I see. Okay.
mm,
And how do you find the evaluation pattern? Do you find it to be lenient, or have you generally found, I know that this depends from course to
mhm,
course because uh,
mhm,
unlike what we used to have for our bachelors,
mhm,
professors have a lot of autonomy in terms of grading here. So
mhm,
I know that that can differ from course to course, but by and large,
mhm,
in terms of the courses that you have taken, how have you
mhm.
found the grading? Is it a little stricter or a little more on the lenient side?
See, it is really mixed. Like there were
Yeah.
some courses which were very lenient in grading, so it is very easy to score 9 or 10 in that. However, there were some courses which were very strict in grading. So on an average, like I will say, the grading policy is like on an average, anyone would get 8 pointer if he performs well in the class. So grading policy is not too much strict and not so lenient. So it's like
Somewhere in between.
somewhere in between. Not
So,
like SC and SC, I think have very strict grading policy, you
yeah.
know. So yeah, it's not like that. Yeah, the grading policy is okay.
So,
Mm.
did you find the grading to be absolute in most of the cases or relative
The grading is relative in most of the
in
cases,
most
not
of the cases?
absolute. Yes.
Okay.
The
Awesome.
reason
So,
is the reason why grading is relative is basically here the courses which IIT Kanpur offer as the combination of the PG as well as UG. So there are courses which are only for PG also. Basically, it's a diverse set of candidates. So the
right.
grading is generally the relative.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So, I think we can talk about research opportunities next.
Mhm.
So, how easy did you find to get involved in part of a research lab? Of course, like because you're an M.Tech, you were part of some research lab, everybody has to.
Mhm.
But how
Mhm.
easy was it for you to work on a project that you were
Mhm.
really interested in?
Mhm. So if we're talking about like how easy it is to like approach a professor and get involved in a research oriented projects, so it is very easy. Okay, so professors here are like eager to like, take students into research. They motivate students to to involve into research work. So research work is a thing which is given a topmost priority in IIT Kanpur. So yeah, it's like very easy. You just have to contact a professor and you have to show interest in whatever domain you have. And if the professor have any project or any research opportunity regarding your interest, then he will definitely extend the offer to you.
So, for example, at IIT Bombay, at
Mm-hmm.
the end of the first semester, there is a process for it basically that we have to give in order of ranking a set of professors
Mm-hmm.
we can choose from a list, and
Mm-hmm.
then they get to pick students. And then in the second semester, we do a seminar under them, which is generally
Mm-hmm.
related to the M.Tech project that we're going to work on
Mm-hmm.
starting from the third semester. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
can you shed a little bit of light on how the process is at IIT Kanpur?
See, the process is like in second semester here, in the start of the second semester, we have a seminar in which all the professors as well as the students working under those professors explain the projects and all. So in many cases, in most of the cases, we join thesis in around after the end of the second semester, in third semester,
Right.
you can say. So we start the thesis in third semester, and after that, we register for I think 36 credits in third semester, and in fourth semester, 27 credits. So basically, we get 1 year time for our placements as well as thesis both.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's like yeah, under some professors, thesis is like an important thing. So they give much pressure on thesis. So you will have to do thesis side by side on placements. However, under some professors, what students do is they first clear the placements, and in fourth sem they do the thesis.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
So obviously, because like you said, because of the AI ML boom, most of the
Mhm.
students in the class would want to be taken as research students under some of the AI ML professors. And
Mhm.
even within those, I'm sure that some professors will be more famous than the others, which means that there'll be more contention of candidates there. So
Mhm.
do they use something like, okay, a CGPA criteria that if
Yes,
somebody,
yes, sure. So there are some professors here who took students for in a CGPA criteria. They simply rank the students in the CGPA criteria and select the top 8 candidates. It's very simple from
okay,
them. And there are some professors who take interviews purely based on the fundamentals of machine learning. So, and there are some professors, if you go and talk to them and if you show interest, then they will directly take you.
so would you advise students to generally try to maintain a higher CGPA for the first semester?
Yes. Sure, they must maintain a higher CGPA. The reason is CGPA helps in both theses as well as placements. In theses, if you have to select a good professor, then you must have a good CGPA. Actually, I told you that many professors took students directly. However, inside they also like if they have 5 students, then they also see the CGPA. They select the candidate who has higher CGPA. So CGPA is important for selecting professors, and CGPA are very important for placements. So yes, they must maintain a. And the thing with the M.Tech is we have limited number of courses. So if your CGPA falls in first semester, then there is very less chance then that you would be able to pick it up in for the semester. So
Right.
yeah, the first thing I am the student should do is to increase his CGPA in first semester.
Awesome. I think that's very sound advice. Right. And do you think that there's good enough amount of funding for those research opportunities and projects?
Sure. I think IIT Kanpur has a lot of fundings. Every professor I see, he has fundings from various companies and all. So there is no shortage of any funding. So yes, funding is not an issue here. Even professors pay students. There are some professors who pay their students for doing theses. This is
Okay.
different from the stipend they get. They pay 20 to 25,000 extra.
Oh wow. Okay.
Mm.
And do you see generally that professors are very supportive in terms of pushing the students for publication?
Sure. Actually, I have also published my paper in my
Congratulations.
Thank you. In my third semester. So basically, I told you that research work is the most important thing here. So if you are doing a project, if you are doing a thesis, then the professor definitely tries to like convert that project into a research paper. He motivates you to publish a research paper. So many of my friends here also are publishing the research papers. So yeah, it's a common practice here in IIT Kanpur.
Oh, okay, good. Now we can actually move on to talk about something that interests literally every single person, which is placements and internship. So,
Mhm.
how good are the placement and internship opportunities in? So, first of all, there internship opportunities in your college?
See, in 2023, the year which I joined, there were no internship opportunities for CSE students.
Okay,
Internships were not allowed. However, now internships are allowed if you have the permission from your thesis supervisor. So
okay.
currently, many of my juniors they have went for internship in various companies, but you will be requiring the permission of your thesis supervisor. So internship is basically a little bit strict in IIT Kanpur. You will have to struggle a lot for for getting an internship.
So, actually, that was going to be my next question. So, there is a very standard process for placements at IITs. Uh, is there a similar process for internships for M.Techs at IIT Kanpur, like a proper process like we have for placements?
No,
Or is
no.
it that they get
Mm.
internships generally through their professor if they have industry contacts, and then that's how they end up getting internships? How does it work?
See, there is not a proper method or a proper process like placements for internship. See, if any student have to get an internship, then he will like have to contact his professor and various other sources. Like he will have to get reference from anywhere. So there is not a common or process or a method for internship like placements.
Okay, so that struggle is on the students then, that they have to figure it out.
Yes, but the second thing is, see, like during my placements, I don't think anyone in my batch has an internship. So it
Okay,
normalizes basically. No one has the internship. So
right.
yeah.
Okay, so and what are the kind of companies do you think visit? Is there are the number of SD companies visiting more as compared to the number of companies visiting that offer ML positions?
Mm. So I would like divide this into 55 and 45. Basically, in 2025 placements, what I saw was almost there was a ratio of 55 and 45. 55% SD companies were there, and 45% of the companies were AI ML domain.
That's a really good ratio. I've
Yes,
heard
yes, correct.
very skewed ratios otherwise, where there were like 70%
Uh-huh.
SD roles and only 30% or even lesser ML roles.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're getting those many ML offerings, then that's I think that's really good.
There were many ML offerings. There were few companies which were like giving two offers, one from SD and one from ML or data science. So yeah, this year IIT Kanpur has many ML offerings.
Nice. That's a really good piece of information. And how so in terms of number of people placed from your batch? Yeah,
Hmm.
quick getaway by the way. How what is the batch size at IIT Kanpur?
See, the batch size, see, in 2022, the batch size was around 90. In my batch, 2023, the batch size reduced. It is around 60 to 65, maybe I think 60. And again in 2024, the batch size is around 90. So my batch size was a little bit less. But in generally, they are around 80 to 90.
So 80 to 90 M.Tech TA students, you mean?
No, no, not M.Tech TA. I'm combined 80 to 90. I'm saying M.Tech TA plus MSR.
And how many out of those are M.Tech TAs? Generally 60 around.
Around 60 to 70.
Okay, 60 to 70 will be M.Tech
Hmm,
TAs, and then the
hmm,
rest will be MSR students.
correct,
Okay,
correct.
okay, got it.
Mhm.
And how do you think was the placement like percentage?
This one was very good in 2023. If you are asking about percentage, then see, I'd say 100% because there are only few students left, 3 to 4 students, and the students who are left, basically, they are not like they are focusing on PhDs and all, so they are not even sitting for placements. So I think anyone who has tried, who has struggled for placements, they are placed.
That's
And
wonderful.
correct. On day one, we have a batch strength of 60, and I think on day one, there were around 30 student placed.
Okay. And
Mm.
do you know approximately by what time most of the class was placed?
Yeah, so I think almost 95% of the placements, 95 to 96% of the placements was completed. 95% of students was placed around day 6 or day 7.
Okay.
Mm.
Pretty good. So the placements are actually really good.
Placements are good. Placements are
Okay.
good. In 2023, however, in 2022, the scenario was different. In 2022, the placements was not that much good. However, in 2023, placements are very good.
Okay. And
And if you want
how?
the package details, then I can give that also.
Okay.
So the highest package here was 80 LPA, and
For, for M.Techs we're talking about, right?
yes, for M.Tech CSE, I'm talking about. All the stats is for M.Tech CSE. The
Right.
highest package was 80 LPA. The lowest package was around 12 LPA, and the average package was around 25 to 30. This is CTC, which I'm mentioning.
Of course. Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. And how much do you think that the alumni network is involved in making placements better for you? Or at this stage, it's got very little to do with alumni and a lot to do with the placement cell itself?
See, actually, I think you know the process of IIT. So basically, they have a dedicated SPO, student placement office. So alumni, there is a role of alumni. Basically, if you have an alumni, see, basically, if in IIT, it's our responsibility to call companies because SPO is a student body. So it is our responsibility to call the companies and to get placed. Okay. So we have our DPCs as our friend. So the role of DPC is to call Department Placement Coordinator is to contact companies. They are the first level of contact, and after that, they pass those information to the OPCs and all. So, if you have an alumni in companies, so you can contact that alumni, and that alumni can bring companies into your campus. So, basically, I think this is the contributions of the alumni. And apart from that, I think SPO has the major contribution in the placement and all.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Nice. So these are, I think, the major criteria that I wanted to discuss. And
Mhm.
can you also let us know a little bit about the fees structure?
Correct. So fee structure, okay. So the semester fees here is around 20 to 25,000. Okay.
Okay.
And the mess fees here is around, I think for 1 month, it is around between 3 to 4,000. 3,000 is the basic. And if you're taking any extra items, then 3 to 4,000. And apart from mess and electricity bill is very less. I think it is around it is very less. For 3 to 4 months, it is around 1,000.
Okay.
So the overall fees, if you're asking, like it is around 25,000 for a single semester.
Okay. Nice. So very, very affordable. And also you end up getting a stipend of
Yes,
12,400 per month.
yes. So
So
you
very,
can like adjust. You can like adjust. You can pay your fees from a stipend only.
awesome.
Mm.
Okay. And like in terms of IIT Kanpur, how well connected do you think it is to the rest of the city? Like, do you guys go out often, or
Mm.
the campus itself is beautiful enough that you can roam around?
See, if we're talking about the campus of IIT Kanpur, then IIT Kanpur campus is around 1,300 acres. And I'll tell you, after Guwahati, I think IIT Kanpur has the most beautiful campus, and the campus is very good. And if you're talking about the connectivity, then IIT Kanpur is not located in the middle of Kanpur. Basically, it is located on the outers, but they have metro from starting from IIT Kanpur only. So
Okay.
yeah, so the connectivity is good because they have a metro, and Kanpur has an airport, but however the fares are very high from Kanpur if you are traveling to any other cities because the frequency of the flights are very less. So you will have to travel Lucknow, and Lucknow is around 90 kilometers from Kanpur. So if you have to go Lucknow, then there are many ways. You can go by train, you can go by bus, or you can take a cab and you can go by cab. So connectivity is like good. You will not have any issues traveling home. So connectivity is good.
Okay. So a little more about the campus then. How do you find the classroom quality, lab quality, the is the Wi-Fi connection strong enough? And what about the hostels as well?
So basically, first, see, Wi-Fi, we have Wi-Fi everywhere. In whole campus, we have Wi-Fi. And classroom quality are excellent. Classroom quality are very good. We have academic area, and our academic area in IIT-K slang, we call it as Bulbul area. So academic area is very big, and it is very good infrastructure. And the second thing about hostels, hostels here are good also. The Each hostel has a separate basketball court, their separate badminton court, and the separate ground, the separate mess, separate canteen. So hostels here are very good. And third thing you mentioned about okay, so
Yeah,
hostels, then
hostels, classrooms, and
uh,
lab quality.
lab quality. So labs are very good here. So if you are an M.Tech student or an MSR student, so you will be getting a personal desk, and the quality are very good. You will be getting a personal PC. So yes, the lab quality are also very good.
And how about like for sports and stuff? How is the infrastructure for sports?
Very good. So infrastructure about sports is also very good. So I will give you a list of how many sports we have here. We have a swimming pool, we have gym. So each hall has a separate gym, and there are main two gyms also, the old gym and a new gym. And apart from this, we have a badminton. We have this. New SAC. Basically, it's a sports complex, and inside that there are various like games like pool and badminton, then tennis, then basketball. So sports facility here are very good. Sports is like,
Okay,
but the sad thing is we will get less time to enjoy all this.
naturally.
But because the moment you enter into IIT Kanpur, and after that, I think you get only 1 month to enjoy all the facilities, and after
And
that, you will be working.
in
You
work.
will be working. Correct. So you will not get much time to enjoy this. But yeah, the facilities are very good.
So about these canteens, how or the mess or whatever you call it, how good is the food quality?
See, in the mess, the food quality is very good. See, I have not been to other IITs, and I don't know how the food quality is. But in IIT Kanpur, food quality is very good. So you will be not bored by eating the mess food daily. So food quality is good. In canteen, the rates are very cheap. Like you will get your dinner at around rupees 100 a single person. So the rates are very good. The canteens are cheap. The food quality at canteens are also very good. There is one issue. Basically, I am pure vegetarian. Okay. So the issue is you will be getting very less canteens which are pure veg. In fact, in IIT Kanpur, there is only one canteen which is pure vegetarian.
Okay.
So, uh, and there is one canteen which is open 24/7, and all the other canteen times are from afternoon to night to
And what about
2 p.m.
like
from
gen
afternoon.
preferences also? Like, are they taken care of?
Yes, can you come again?
The gen food preferences, because that's an even
Ah,
strict.
ha, ha, ha. In mess, what they do is they have three sections basically. One section for vegetarians, and one section for non-vegetarians, and one section for Jain. So yes, they have Jain food, all the Jain food like dal and all. So yes, they have Jain food also.
I see. Okay. And how good do you think is the social and cultural life? Like, for instance, like, do you have nice clubs where people can socialize and make new friends?
Nice clubs you are talking about outside the campus.
Within the campus, like, I guess you have different clubs, right?
Okay.
Or different, yeah.
Okay. Yes. There are various clubs. There is music club, dance club, acting club, skate club. So there are various clubs. The cultural and social life is very good here, and you can see it in fest. So the fest as IIT Kanpur is very famous. Antaragni, Prakriti, Udghosh. So Antaragni is the cultural fest, and Udghosh is the sports fest, and Prakriti is the tech fest. So basically, the fest are very good here, and these cultural and social life is also excellent here.
But generally, like, for example, if you take yourself as an example, do you think that you made friends mostly like the people that ended up being in your class or the people that ended up being your dorm mates or roommates? Or
Mm.
were you able to make friends even beyond that?
No, frankly speaking, I was able to make friends from only this my classmates and the uh, my hostel mates or my roommates. I have not like enrolled in any club and all because there is literally not much time here to enjoy
Yeah,
those things. But
understand.
yeah, if you are like if you are eager, if you have like you are good at singing, if you are good at dancing, or if you are good at acting, so yeah, there is a lot of opportunity for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, because I also recently spoke to people from other colleges, the continuing theme was the same thing that you said, that even though there are a lot of facilities, it's that we don't get time to actually indulge and be part of that. Which
Exactly.
actually brings me to a point that I am actually very passionate about, but I don't think it's given as much importance, which is about the mental health systems. So obviously, like since you're going to one of the top colleges in India, it's a given that the academic pressure is going to be off the charts.
Mm-hmm.
And there should be at least one or more arenas for you to cool off the steam. But we all
Mm-hmm.
know like that doesn't often happen. So
Mm-hmm.
how well do you think the mental health support system is at IIT Kanpur?
See, they have an institute counseling service. So what basically that does is if you are depressed, if you are sad, or if you are going through anything, so you can just call them. You can go to the ICS center and you can meet any person in the ICS center, and like they will talk to you and like they will try to solve any of your query. So yeah, so they have a proper ICS institute counseling service which looks into this matters.
But have they brought into the picture
Mm-hmm.
mechanisms through which people can be people like there's an increase in peer support, because I think
Mm-hmm.
having support of friends is one of the best antidotes to a situation.
Correct.
So
Yes.
do you find that maybe you were able to, like a lot of people find if they're able to
Mm-hmm.
cope through all of that, but a lot of people cannot also. So
Mm-hmm.
do you find a way that people are able to recognize this and do something about it? So let me just give you an example of what I'm talking about. In
Mm-hmm.
my previous video, one of the people I was speaking to was from IIT Madras,
Right.
and he said that they actually have faculty advisors of something or something of the sort. And if, for example, I am one of the students and I have a friend, if I feel that that friend is going through something, even if let's say they might not be in the state to go and actually seek help, I
Mm-hmm.
can go and tell the faculty advisor that I think that she's going through something. And then they
Mm-hmm.
actually did end up responding to that person because he actually did it for one of his friends. So, do
Mm-hmm.
you think that IIT Kanpur also has such mechanisms in place? And if not, then do you think that there actually should be mechanisms like that?
See, yes, IIT Kanpur has that mechanism. And basically, it is ICS. So if like someone is my friend and I know that he is depressed and all, so what I can do is I can go to the ICS service. I can tell him that this person is going through under depression and all. So yes, they will contact him. But like it depends on the person, like how it take things. Like if someone is depressed, so it's very tough for anyone to like approach first to him and make him happy and all. So the person itself has to like first be the first one to approach ICS and all. So yeah, but the environment here in IIT Kanpur is like the coursework and all is little bit tough. So yeah, there are many cases for suicides as well in IIT Kanpur.
Hmm.
However, after those suicides, the institute has changed many policies, and institute now doesn't give termination letters so frequent to the students. So yeah, but the thing is, like there is proper mechanism, the ICS and all, but
Right.
still, depression is depression. No one can do anything, and you will have to like open up. You will have to talk about things, and you will have to clear those things up.
And generally, what is the behavior that you see at IIT Kanpur? For instance, somebody from IIT Madras was telling me that till the time the last person wasn't placed, even the people who were placed were doing everything they could to help that person. Do you see more of a collaborative environment at IIT Kanpur, or is it more competitive, as per
See,
your experience?
see, it is collaborative. I'll tell you. During placements, there was groupism, of course, groups form, and but the thing was, like that person said about IIT Madras, that every person was trying to place his friends and all. So in IIT Kanpur also, like, we have a batch of 60, and I'll tell you that I know everyone, and everyone knows me. Almost everyone knows me, and I know almost everyone. So it is a very collaborative environment, and we all are in unity. And in our case also, until the last person was placed, we were in the like in Hall 13. Our placements have happened in Hall 13. We all were in Hall 13, and we were like passing his resumes to various companies and all. So yeah, we were there until the last student got placed.
I see.
Mm.
Okay. So finally, what advice would you give to students? So because the COAP rounds are now going on, and I'm
Mhm.
sure that somebody, or there are a lot of people who might have also gotten IIT Kanpur as one of many of the
Mhm.
offers. So what
Mhm.
advice do you have for students?
See, if you are coming to IIT Kanpur, then I'll tell you few things. First of all, CPI. CPI is a very important thing here. Actually, CPI is a very important thing in any of the IITs, because in placements, in online assessments, you will be shortlisted on the basis of CPI. So don't let your CPI fall, because once CPI fall, then it will be very tough to bring it up again. So CPI is a very important thing. The second thing is you must be clear about the domain in which you will be like to get placed, whether it's AI/ML or whether it's SD. We have to fix it from the start. We have to prepare for the specific thing. And the third thing is research in IIT Kanpur. IIT Kanpur has the thesis here is very strict, and you have to work under professor. It's not like you can like do little work and get your thesis defended. So you will have to work. So it's better to adjust the thesis and the placements. So you have to like decide those things. So yeah, and overall, IIT Kanpur is a very good place. And if anyone is coming here, then don't think too much. First come here, then decide what you have to do. But from spare time, if you have I think the students join around in July, and
Yeah.
today is May 30. So if you have 1 month or 1.5 months, so what you can do is you can start coding, because in placements coding is very important. Or if you are going to take AI/ML here, then yeah, start preparing for AI/ML if you already don't know. So yeah, so better be ready with the prerequisites.
And if you had to choose all over again, if you would have had multiple choices to choose, would you have still chosen Kanpur?
Uh, yes, I think I would have chosen Kanpur, but yeah, like choices from the same rank, then yes, definitely Kanpur. Because and I will tell you the reason why Kanpur. The reason is the campus. Campus is very beautiful, and the people here are very. So yeah, I would have chosen Kanpur.
So you're also placed in Juniper and you're going to be moving to Bangalore soon. So
Mhm.
I'm assuming a lot of your friends, most of them must have also been placed in Bangalore. So I think you also have a
Correct, correct,
set of friends with whom, even though you're moving to a new city, it won't be
correct,
completely alien.
correct, correct. Almost 50% of my friends are going to Bangalore. So
Okay,
yeah, so it's good actually.
wonderful. Thank you so much for talking to us, Tanmay. I'm sure that it is going to be very useful for the people who have IIT Kanpur as one of their choices, and also for the people who are looking forward to join it. Thank you so much for your insight. And thank you so much for the audience for also tuning in. If you like content like this, please let us know in the comments, and we'll be happy to get more college reviews from more of our VisionGate alumni. Thank you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And do let us know the kind of content that you're interested in, and we'll be happy to help. Thank you. Bye, Tanmay. Take care.
Bye.